Hello, Hofstra fans, and welcome to the first edition of the WB Mason Coach Report with head women's lacrosse coach Shannon Smith. Shannon, how are you?
I'm doing well, Stephen. How are you? Super excited to be back.
Yeah, we haven't talked to you in about a year on the show, although we see each other regularly. But it is game week, and you have two games to start the year, including your season opener tomorrow. What is the excitement level for you and your program?
Super high. We're really excited to get after it tomorrow. It's been 343 days since our first lacrosse game since last year. So just excited. We know that there's going to be some kinks in the middle and probably some nerves, but just really excited and happy to be back out there on the field, playing the sport and coaching the sport that we all love. We've had some really great practices leading up to this point. So we're excited to get after it.
Have you noticed as tomorrow approaches a little level of excitement, anxiety, or whatever it's going to be from your players?
I think it's a mixture of different nerves for different people. I think that one of the biggest things was making sure that we came through negative with all of our COVID tests, which we did. So I think that was really exciting last night for the team. And I think for our upperclassmen, it's just like an excitement to like be back out there on the field, to play again, to be back out there. And I think for the younger classmen, 343 days for our team, but for freshmen, it's longer than that. And it's just a new experience for everyone at the younger age. So I think it's like a mixture. And I think our team is really lucky that we have a lot of senior veterans and some really great leadership that evens that out on our team. And they've been just doing a really great job at practice. I think Monday we were a little shaky in the beginning of practice. I think just nerves getting to us, knowing that it's game week, and we kind of called it and we talked about it. And I think from there is just the excitement level of being able to play a different color jersey for the first time in a long time.
And you kind of touch on two of my quick topics. The freshmen literally haven't played a lacrosse game in a couple of years at this point, just from COVID last year and everything going on. Have you sensed them getting comfortable with the college speed and everything else that comes along with it?
I think that now that we've had more practices underneath our belt, I think they've done a really great job of getting more comfortable with the college speed of the game. And I think our leaders have done a really great job at helping adjusting and as coaches, just being self-conscious of that too. And, and then also just asking our kids to every day to compete, be consistent, and execute every day at practice. But I think that for the younger kids, like some of it is like, they don't know any different. So they think that this is how college athletics is, right? The freshmen, because this is what they've walked into this year, where our upperclassmen and our sophomores might know a little bit different. But I think we're just really excited every day to be out there on the field playing with one another and not taking any day for granted.
And speaking of not taking any day for granted, your super seniors, whatever we're going to call them, they went from thinking their season ended on last March 11th and their careers ended to they're back. Those three are back. How do you look to them? And, add in Shannon Boyd, who's also captain this year. How do you look to them and what the opportunity that they've been given this year?
It's a huge opportunity and they know that. And I can see definitely at practice, they work super hard at practice, obviously, but I think it just means so much more to them this year, right? Because they had their senior season stop on them. They haven't played a game in 343 days. It's nearly a full year. So I think that they're very lucky and they know that they're lucky to be in this position. But like you said, Shannon Boyle and the rest of our senior class has done a tremendous job as a whole, all of them mixing together to leading the freshmen and sophomores, and our juniors have really been stepping up as well. So it's exciting, and we're excited to get game one underneath us.
And game one is on Wednesday, tomorrow, again at St. Joseph's in Philadelphia. And then you have your first home game this weekend against Connecticut. What do you make of heading to Philadelphia tomorrow and playing UConn this weekend? What's it going to be like for your team?
It's going to be exciting. It's really exciting to be able to play another jersey. And I think for us, the biggest thing is how quickly can we settle into game one. I've been watching a lot of lacrosse games, both men's and women's, the past 2 weeks. And, I think that's a lot, right? How quickly can a team settle in? And our big emphasis is really trying to control our clearing game and transition game and limiting the turnovers, because I think that's been a big emphasis for a lot of teams in games. You can see that's part of their games that are shaky. So, learning from lacrosse games that we've been watching and trying to limit those turnovers in our clearing game and in our transition game, and taking advantage of our speed that we have in that area. And then how quickly can we settle into our game plan, but also perform at a high level from what we've been working on both defensively and offensively. So just excited. I think there's going to be a lot of excitement, nerves, and like I said, how quickly can we settle in and then just see that it's a game and play well and perform well.
And Shannon, for the second year in a row, you've put together a tremendous schedule, real quality opponents on it. Maybe this year more out of some necessity, but a real awesome schedule to look forward to this year.
Yeah, it was a challenge, and I think that was one of the things with this year with COVID and trying to navigate and maneuver to put a good schedule together, just because our conference is so difficult. We have a really competitive conference in the CAA, so how could we put together a competitive non-conference schedule so that we were prepared once we started playing conference in April? So, we were able to work through it and make it work, and we're just excited to take it game by game, week by week to get better. And knowing that we have a really tough schedule ahead of us is a challenge, and we're prepared and excited for it.
Well, Coach, we wish you good luck tomorrow. We wish you good luck all season, and we can't wait to catch up with you in a week.
Sounds great, Stephen. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Hofstra fans, for joining us on the first edition of the W. Mason Coaches Report with head women's lacrosse coach, Shannon Smith.